You can't have the tail wagging the dog. Conor McGregor should be able to fight who he wants. Dana White needs to get out of the way. I just read that column this morning. You have got to get out of the way. McGregor, let him take control of this company. Oh, that's just a great idea. Terrific. And then we can have LeBron run the NBA and the Patriots run the NFL. And Alabama, I'm sure they'll be honest, they can run all of college football. And then I can just run Fox. Yeah, that'd be great. Think I'd be a little selfish, do things that would help me primarily? You don't understand. We have a history. If you don't regulate, monitor, and manage men, they'll cheat, steal, and greed themselves into chaos. By the way, this is not a UFC story. It's about all of us being able to understand what makes us uncomfortable is generally good for us. Taking risks, generally good for us. Being managed, generally good for us. What happens in 4 or 5 years when Conor McGregor isn't the number one draw? And there's another group of guys. Should we let them run it too? You do realize this killed boxing. There was no commissioner. Boxing had no centralized authority. It was just independent promotions by Don King and Bob Arum, and you never got the fight you really wanted to get. What makes the NFL great, it's all about the Shield. It's not about the Rams, the Belichick, the Cam, the Luck, the Big Ben, the Brady. In fact, the Patriots now hate the league, and the Raiders, when I was a kid as the number one team, hated the league too. That's why it works. When baseball got into a dicey situation and let players run things, it was called the steroid era. Let's just turn a blind eye to it. Let's just trust the player's judgment. Utter chaos. Barry Bonds hits 880. You can't let the athlete run the league. It's called business. And that's number one. Secondly is don't give the fans everything they want. Don't give the fans everything they want. The NFL for years and years had local blackouts. For 50 years. Fans were pissed, didn't like it. They'd write the letter to the editor. They'd call sports radio shows. How can you It created demand. If you didn't buy the tickets, you didn't get it on local TV. It forced you to go to games. Baseball, meanwhile, will put every game on TV. College basketball, we'll put every stinking regular season game on TV. There's no demand. There's no urgency. I don't have to watch that game tonight. There's 27 more games on tomorrow. Interleague playing baseball, good idea. Now, there's no mystery. There's no special feeling. Hockey, games outdoors. Now they do multiple. They don't feel special anymore. We're losing special. We're losing mystery because we're giving the fans everything they want. Ask yourself in baseball, what are the 2 stadiums in Major League Baseball that still feel special? Fenway Park and Wrigley Field. Why? Because Fenway's in major city Boston and Wrigley's in major city Chicago. And when those teams are playing well like the Cubs this year, not everybody can get a ticket. You're not giving the fans everything they want. They want in. They can't get in. In Fenway Park, when the Red Sox are on fire, which is about every 3rd year, not everybody, in 7 million people in Boston, 37,000 seats. Most of those are season ticket holders. You can't get into the game. It creates demand. Now, baseball stadiums, 55, 58, 49. I can get a ticket anytime I want. There's nothing special about it. Smaller stadium, harder ticket to get. Smaller venue, harder ticket to get to a concert. Creates demand. So this idea the UFC should let Conor McGregor do whatever he wants is ridiculous. It's what killed boxing. No centralized authority. Dana White and the Fertitta family spent $2 million 12 years ago and just sold it for $4 billion. You think he knows what he's doing? Have you ever known anybody that bought a company for $2 million and sold it for $4 billion? You haven't. I got news for you. You ever meet somebody like that? It's a given. They know what they're doing. This is why I don't take my kids out to dinner all the time. This is why I believe we should rarely as a family go on a really nice vacation. I want it to feel special. I want it to feel unique. I don't want my kids going out to dinner every night. I don't want my kids going on 6 vacations a year. I want it to be memorable. So when they're 50, they're like, remember the time we went to Santa Monica, the pier, wherever you live in America, the time you went to West Palm Beach, the time you go to the coast of Maryland. It should be special. You just give everybody what they want. It sounds right. But if I gave my kids everything they want, they'd have ice cream for breakfast, ice cream for lunch, and hot fudge sundaes for dinner. Conor McGregor doesn't run this sport. Cam doesn't run the NFL. LeBron doesn't run the NBA, nor should they. Centralized authorities, the IRS, our government is necessary.